What if I told you that bodybuilding, the sport built on discipline, structure, and aesthetics, is actually one of the most toxic mindsets for long-term fat loss? I've competed in 2 bodybuilding shows, and I'm actually prepping for 2 more later on this year. And I'll be the first to tell you that there is a lot wrong with bodybuilding. So I have lived the bodybuilding lifestyle twice on stage, like I said, twice more later on this year, shredded, tanned, and smiling under the lights. But what you don't see is what happens behind the scenes. So in today's video, I'm going to break down why the bodybuilding mindset is one of, if not the worst things you can adopt if you're trying to lose body fat, stay lean, and actually live a healthy, balanced life, which I assume most of you watching right now actually want, right? And so in today's video, we'll cover the extremes of the bodybuilding lifestyle, the hidden costs, both physically, mentally, and financially, because a lot of people don't think about this, but it is a very, very expensive sport. And then lastly, the better, more sustainable alternative, which is the Barbarian Method, obviously our online coaching program. I'm going to be biased. I know it works, but I'll explain to you guys why this is the superior, better option. So let's start with section number 1, the illusion of bodybuilding. So social media, we're all on it, and we all look at pictures, we all look at videos, and it looks glamorous, right? The shredded abs, the perfect tans, the flawless posing. Obviously last month was the Mr. Olympia. That obviously got a lot of hype. I was actually there in Vegas, and it was just really cool seeing all these people in person. And it's definitely a great experience to kind of like witness that, just to kind of see what the human body is capable of aesthetic wise, visually, physically. But what you don't see is the 99% of the time off stage, right? You only see them stepping on stage for around 1 or 2 minutes, posing, flexing off their muscles in a beautiful tan, beautiful light. But unfortunately, you don't really see what happens behind the scenes. And like I said, I've competed in 2 bodybuilding shows. I'm going to be competing later on this weekend and then the following weekend. And I can tell you that a lot more is involved, where most competitors are just miserable, exhausted, and constantly battling their own reflection. Bodybuilding is a very extreme sport, and it's 24/7 as well, because you can't just stop like after whatever. Like your training has to be on point, your nutrition has to be on point, your sleep has to be on point, your recovery, your stress management, all these things have to be aligned and on point, because if one of these things are lacking, you're not going to be able to portray the physique that you're really wanting to on stage, or at least to the best of your ability.